Another Proto Club pedal from Catalinbread? Who could have seen this coming? It's almost like it's a series that's just going to keep going and going until they stop doing it. I've already covered two of these things before. Let's get them on camera here. The Reverb and the Tritone, both fun pedals, both unavailable now. They carry these Proto Club pedals for a short time and then they move on to the next one. Let's get into it. Let's find out what they sent this time. From what I understand, it's a reverb, but also a chorus and also a tremolo of some sort, and they're all smeared together. That's just all the context clues I was able to get from the emails, but we won't really know what it sounds like until I plug it in and start playing around with it, right? Where do I put this? So we've got the Proto 365 pads. It's got feedback, rate, mix, and PWM. What does PWM stand for? Let's figure that out as we go. I don't want to waste everyone's time with a bunch of reading, so I'm just going to pick out the words that matter most here from the description. Something based on vibes. More words, Tame Impala. Inspiration from, rabbit holes were involved, textures are involved, granular rearrangement of those textures is involved, harmonic content is at play. They're calling it pads as part of the story here. Here we go. It's a long decay reverb that enters a 4-voice chorus with each voice tuned to soften a different harmonic element of a guitar. Once the signal leaves the chorus, it enters a square wave tremolo that's also been tuned with a smearing effect. Smearing! There's that word again. It sounds fun. I can't wait to hear what smearing sounds like. Let's go down and read what the controls do. Feedback. This determines the length of the reverb trail. Depending on the strength of the input signal, this knob may cause the pads to oscillate when set to the maximum. Don't threaten me with a good time. Mix controls the ratio of dry input signal to reverb output. It sounds like it goes all the way wet and all the way dry. Why would you go all the way dry while using a pedal? I don't know. Rate is self-explanatory. And then PWM, pulse width modulation. We don't have to guess. It's telling us. This adjusts the trim's on-off ratio. In a normal square wave tremolo, what you actually hear is equal times on and off. Okay, all right, so it determines the width of the on or the off. So if you want big blips, you can have them. If you want little blips, you can have them. Let's get into it. I want to hear this thing. I'm going to be using my Fender Ventera 2 Jazzmaster, which I have been having a bit of a love affair with. I think this might be my most favorite Jazzmaster that I've ever owned. And I think this is my 4th or 5th or something like that. I can't get over this thing. I keep playing it. And of course, I'm going to be running direct out of this to the 2 Princeton's rig. And I think I might throw a dirt pedal or two in front of this guy. It sounds like it wants to smear things, so might as well give it something to smear, right? But we'll start off clean first. Here's my clean tone. Any questions? I didn't think so. Already told you everything that's going on. Here we go. I got everything set to noon. No idea what that's going to sound like. I hear the tremolo. That reverb mix needs to be a little bit stronger in my opinion. There we go. That's pretty. Kind of mysterious too. I want to crank the feedback. Give me that oscillation. Wow, That is a strong trem effect. How fast does that rate go? Pretty dang fast. Pulse width modulation. That's what it stands for, right? In the past, I've called that a duty cycle. Is a duty cycle something different? So on that side, it opens up the trim, so you're getting more on than you are off. At a certain point right around here, it closes all the way off. Like there's no more off left. I guess it opens all the way up. On the other side, it'll close all the way off, I'm assuming. I think that, like, crunchiness is the oscillation that it mentioned. So maybe pull that back a little bit. Alright, let's check out the other side of that. Oh yeah, there we go. It's really closing it off. But still getting my clean signal through. So that's just the reverb trail that's being chopped up by that. Maybe let's max that out. Okay, so right about there on the mix, you start to go full wet. Dirt in front of this thing. I've got this old Guyatone pedal here. A lot of people on the internet have been mad at me recently because we have a short published where Steve and I are talking about this Guyatone pedal, and they're mad because that short isn't also a demo of the pedal. We didn't have it yet. And then I did do a demo of this pedal. You can go find that demo. This is a fun pedal because it's got a built-in graphic EQ. There's not just one tone knob, there's 5 sliders. I love sliders. Who doesn't love sliders? Also, it's got harmonics, which is what this is made to smear? That's the word, to smear. It's gonna smear those harmonics. Here we go, it's smearing time. Yeah, it wanted dirt. didn't want to stop. I was having such a good time. This is a spooky season pedal, isn't it? There's something really like... It feels like it's got unfinished business. I'll say that. Ah, man, that long, saturated reverb trail. That's like on this position right here. It feels like it's just on the edge of wanting to take over your signal. Got to turn it on first. Let's go full wet. Trying to find a lower mix setting that I think is significant. If I can find a way to play with that pulse. I want to try running into dirt. Should I run into the same thing or should I leave this up front? I've got the JHS Tascam thing here. The 424 gain stage. That could sound kind of compelling. after something like this. Got it set up nice and crispy crunchy here. Let's see what happens. Something good, I hope. Distortion back on. So what do we think? Is this capturing our ear? It's definitely unique. And that's what this series is all about. It's all about Catalinbread going through a bunch of like experimental stuff that they came up with that didn't have a home of its own, and giving it a short run so that people can collect the things that Catalinbread couldn't figure out what to do with. Not everyone's gonna want this stuff, but there's gonna be a couple people out there who hear these sounds from this, or this, or this, or any of the other Proto Club pedals that are coming out, and they go, oh my gosh, that would fit perfect with the thing that I'm working on, or that sound that that's in my head. I haven't heard that sound outside my head, and now I'm hearing it. So I've got to have that thing before it's gone. And I'm sure that sound has nothing to do with the way I'm playing. I'm sure you have your own way of playing. What a unique effect. I see what they mean by smearing. It, like that reverb, it just smears. And then the trim brings back some structure. If you want it, you can dial it all the way out by going on either extreme side of that. And you can really hear that chorusing. Showing off I'm still using these dirt pedals here. Yeah, running before dirt, like that sounds like, you know, a shoegaze secret recipe. Just dial that to be a little bit more subtle. There's definitely fun to be had, but for a limited time. If you're watching this video far in the future, and by far I mean a week or two out, if you want one of these, you're going to have to keep an eye on the used market, because they only sell Proto Club pedals for so long, and then they discontinue them, and they move on to the next one. That's the whole thing. Limited circuits, limited algorithms. They release, I think, one a month is the plan, and then they're done. Then you can't get them anymore. They're clearing out all their filing cabinets, all their old plans, all their old code that they've just been sitting on and experimenting with. And going, man, we like this, but we don't know what to put it in. And so they're just doing these small runs. I think it's fun. I think it's a cool idea. I think other builders could do something similar, where they have all these prototypes. They have all these like weird products and pedals and sounds that people might not get. They might not be into them from a mass appeal sort of standpoint. But there's a couple of you There's a couple weirdos out there that hear stuff like this, or like this, or like this, and you're like, ah, that's it. I gotta have that. Are you one of them? Let me know down in the comment section if you're one of the people who hears this and you're like, oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. That fits what I've been trying to do. Your cousin's calling you on the phone like, hey, you know that sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this. And then instead of holding up the phone, they just send you a link because we live in the future. We didn't have to go back to the future. We just ended up here. It's our first time. Here we are. So anyways, if this is your first time experiencing the future, let me know down in the comment section. Huge thanks to Catalinbread for hitting me up once again to cover this series. I'm kind of pumped to see what happens with the whole thing. You never know if as a demo channel if you're going to get to cover the entire thing, an entire series. Usually you don't. Usually you just get to have 1 or 2 experiences with the series. But it'd be a lot of fun to cover the whole thing. I don't know where they're headed with this, but it's exciting every time. So yeah, huge thanks to Catalinbread. Thanks to you for making it to the very end. You're playing Ender's Game over here. Is that the joke I've been looking for? Oh man, if you're a willing participant in the Ender's Game, where you make it to the end of every video, let me know. Ender's Game confirmed, or Ender's Game participant. Figure out a fun way to say that down in the comments section. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me a rude, nasty comment. Support us on Patreon. Support us on Patreon, which is a hard thing to say. It's not a hard thing to do, but it's a hard thing to say. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked, and stay grounded. Bye, everybody.